Good morning, everyone. Today is the May 31st, and it's our weekly. Hope everyone have the wonderful long weekend and back to work. And so let's start today. And I also see the Sergey is here today. Yeah, Derek is here. Yeah. Okay, let's start. Kevin, do you want to start your first topic?
I think he isn't here. He's just proposing that be added.
Okay. Yeah, I double checked and I think that's good enough. And we just make sure once the SIG release ask us to update that 1.25 tracking table, we make sure all those kind of things is included there. And also the market milestone. So next one, I also update in our tracking doc, remove this the any target release from the 1.25 before the meeting. So I think this one, it is for the keystone containers. I don't think Matt can attend today's meeting also, and so I just update and include his comment into that doc. So next one, Rodrigo, do you want to talk about username space? Yeah.
Yes, hello. Yeah, I wanted to do a friendly ping. So we just got a look good to me a few hours ago. So I think it's missing the /approve for the cap. I didn't.
Yeah,
I
folks.
want.
So yeah, so I think like basically the main change on that one was like capturing the CRI changes. But since he moved the file, it looks like the whole thing, and the CRI changes are looking good. So I think with Derek or Don, we need an approve on the enhancement PR.
Actually, before meeting, I already look at that. I'm okay. I just want to bring this to the community. If the menu you are, because I also already say you already looks good to me. So if you are okay, so I will after meeting I will approve.
Okay. Yeah. I think we're good there.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, so after meeting you will meet and
Yeah,
probably approve. You said. Okay.
Yes. Thanks.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I think that is all for me.
We're going with stage 1, right? For this document, phase 1. Okay.
Yes, phase 1 in alpha.
Yeah.
No volumes. Okay.
No volumes. Yeah, so it's the easy part.
And if you still get if you want to double check, you can take a look about the CRI change. That's the major change for this new move. Rest of stuff actually is the same. What will be discussed? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking now, but I think it looks good from surface. So yeah, thank you.
Cool. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to reach out on Slack or something.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So, Willie, so the first one I think we discussed last week, and basically it is just merged two PR, two caps into one. So I reviewed and already approved, and I think the rest of stuff you are waiting for the Derek's approval, right?
Yes, I think the last commit that's the current commit that's currently on the top, in fact, it'll be top 2 commits are the ones that need to be reviewed. Those are the fixes that Derek requested. And I believe all the changes that he has requested have been addressed. Derek, I don't know if you have a chance to look at it. If not, please do. I'll try to address them, but my window of working on this is running out. I'll have to I have a conference coming up in 3rd week of June. Going to be heads down with that.
That makes sense. So this is there's 2 upstream PRs I want to get done this week. So this one and it's a sandboxing one. So I have it open and I started to go through the code this morning.
Yeah. Thank you. That's all from me, I think.
Thanks, Willie. Thanks, Derek. So let's move to the next one. Adrian, do you want to talk about the forensic container checkpoints? Oh, I think you cannot make it to this meeting too. Yeah, sorry about that.
Just as an update, Mernal and myself, we reviewed the cap and that should have merged And so it's just the implementation PR we need to take a look at.
Yeah, the implementation is also pretty good. It looks fine. Like if Mike or someone wants to take a look, and we can get that much as well.
I just want to call out again, this one is actually can really help for some production support debugging, and I think it will be useful. Even right now, we try to reduce the scoping to the smaller scope, right? So we can move forward, have milestone. But this one, please pay attention to this one. Yeah. Okay, next one. Next one is David. David, do you want to talk about the bug we mentioned last week?
Sure. I can talk about this. So this is actually a little bit follow-up. It's not exactly the same bug as last week. Basically, we found an issue where there can be cases where kubelet reports to the API server an invalid status. So when a pod terminates into failed or succeeded phase, kubelet updates the status to the API server, and it can actually update it in the case where it updates with a terminal phase, but still reports a ready condition of true. And we found that it'll take a little bit of time before kubelet reconciles the kind of container status from the CRI and eventually updates the ready status to false. However, in some cases, if the node actually goes away prior to the update being sent, the pod's going to get stuck in a kind of invalid phase. And what happens is the pod just gets stuck around in a phase, like a terminal phase, but still reports ready true. And this is kind of a big problem for networking. So for stuff like services and endpoints and stuff, they rely on the ready condition. And so if it's stuck around in the ready condition of true, traffic will still be sent to those endpoints. So we spent a little time on this. We actually found a repro. So we had this issue open in the past, and we thought we fixed it fully. This was kind of an issue after the 122 pod lifecycle refactors. We thought we fixed it originally, but we actually even added a regression test. But we found actually that the fix was not 100%. Didn't fix the issue 100%. We actually found that in the test that we added, if we kind of lower the timeout a little bit and check the status more frequently, the problem is kind of like a race condition. So it's kind of timing dependent. But we found if we lower the timeout a little bit, we were able to kind of repro in the existing regression test this problem. So I looked to the existing test where we've kind of reproed the issue, and I have a PR out that kind of fixes this issue. So it'd be great if people can take a quick look and review to see if it makes sense. We're hoping, I guess, to fix this issue and maybe backport it to 122, which is the versions affected. The fix basically just what it does is basically ignores the status from the runtime, and basically if the terminal, if the kubelet considers the pod as terminal, it basically overrides the status to false explicitly. So we ignore the status from the CRI because we never want to report a ready true condition if the pod is considered terminal. So yeah, that's kind of the update there. So Bain asked if people can take a quick look and review the fix and see if it makes sense. Yeah, Raven, do you want to add anything? Raven also works on kind of reproing the test and looking at the fix with me. So.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything else. Yeah, just please take a look at the pull request that David opened.
So I'm just catching up after I've been out of office. Do we want to run any readiness probes when pods start terminating, or we stop running readiness probes as well? I remember we had a discussion about it a long time ago.
Yeah, we have a different PR for that. Ryan, maybe you can talk about that. I know you have a PR open specifically to address that.
Yeah, so my PR fixes the issue where the pod is terminating and the readiness probes are not running. That was a change in behavior, I think, in 119, and I believe a pod should run the readiness probes on termination. And ancillary, I'll look at your patch, David, because it's pretty related to mine, but I think we'll want both of them, correct?
Yeah, it sounds like they both fix different issues.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let me understand. Readiness probe will keep running, but kubelet will ignore the result.
No, the kubelet. So pods in terminating status or terminating phase should report readiness back up to the API so that those network controllers or the endpoints get removed from load balancers and such. And so my patch will re-enable the readiness probes on termination and report that status back up to the API earlier than when it's currently doing it upon termination of the pod.
Yeah, and for comparison, the PR I made basically just changes that once the pod actually goes into terminated status, so it actually finishes the terminating process, it 100% will report ready false and never report ready true. So that's kind of the patch I have.
Okay, thank you. I got confused.
I think that makes sense, David. I'll take a look at your PR too.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you.
Any other question related to this one? Okay, so let's move to the last item and the sandbox ready.
Hey, yeah, this is just a quick reminder on the sandbox ready condition cap. I did have a quick chat with Derek over the weekend, and I think he was saying it's on his agenda for this week. So that'll be great if I can get some more feedback.
Yep, sounds good. This was between the VPA one and this one. Those are my two priorities for the week. So thanks for the reminder.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so that's all for today's proposed agenda. Any other topic people want to brought up?
So I'm reviewing this announcement that talks about adding a flag so the kubelet logs can pick either standard out or standard error. So if anyone else is interested, they can take a look as well. It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I had a generic question around like the next steps on the kubelet stability. I know there was this excellent meeting that I think Danielle led, but are there going to be some kind of defined efforts focusing on different areas for one of them?
That's the plan. I was out with Kubelet and then work stuff last week.
Sure.
And so not sure if Derek uploaded the video yet, but I need to go make notes from the video because my head is full of stress.
Yeah, so actually, Danielle, I spent a few days this week on actually downloading every SIG Node meeting since I think the beginning of the year. So I am in the process of uploading right now, but they're all on my laptop to go forward. It's oddly a manual process. I think the other thing we wanted to do, I thought, was I don't know, Mernal or Ryan, if we had identified a time to talk about experiences of swapping in C run for run C, but that was the other thing I knew we wanted to discuss.
Yeah, I think we can cover that next week, Derek. So I have our internal team doing some perf scale deeper comparisons. So they're getting some charts together that we can use.
That's great because Elena is out, and also we decided hold, right, because we want more experience to share. So do we want to follow up next week also on this both topic, like the stability? Daniel, if you want to have like to discuss more what we wanted to do and share with the community. And I'm looking forward to follow up with you too. Yeah. And yeah.
I'm just very not mentally with it today. Sorry.
Oh, sorry about that. I heard about that. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Daniel, I will ping you when the video is published, and then yeah, Renal, if we can share our own internal numbers with C run versus run C and the areas where it had an impact, I think that would be a great input. And then if anybody else has experimented with that, I think we'd love to hear about it. But yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, we CI/CD C-run as well in Containerd.
Yeah, Mike, what I wasn't sure is if you had paired it with any like production workload scenarios yet or not. At least that's what we've done.
I have not personally. I can check though.
Yeah. Okay. So that's we've done that experiment, and so I think it's interesting the impacts you see. So yeah. All right. Great.
Okay. Looks like everyone got 40 minutes back, and yeah, we have a couple to do to do. Yeah, I will follow up with you also, Daniel, through the Slack. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Bye bye, everyone. Yeah, have a good day.
All right, bye.
Thanks.
All right.